Welcome to my first episode of A Day in the Life of the Timalo family. I usually do these videos on TikTok, but now I'm going to bring it over here on YouTube. This is day one of our Sydney trip. My wife and kids just dropped me off to the airport. Now I'm meeting up with the Tokoke, having a few beers before we board our flight to Sydney. Boarded our flight and we're ready to go to Sydney. We were the last ones to arrive in Sydney, so we're going to meet the rest of the family at the UFC 293 weigh-ins to support the Uso Carlos and the rest of the City kickboxing team. Video footage goes out to my cousin Mike, who recorded the weigh-ins. Weigh-ins are all done now, so we all went to the local kebab shop to have a feed and to catch up. Just finished our feed, now we're all walking back to our accommodation to get some rest. Now that we have arrived at our accommodation, I'm gonna get some rest for the next day. Welcome to day 2 of our Sydney trip. Went down with Gare to the Hilton Hotel to meet up with my little brother John. So this hotel here, most of the UFC fighters are staying. And here we are backstage in the UFC. That's where the UFC offices. And then the other room is where they get their gears, where they weigh in and stuff. Now we've met up with my little brother John, having some breakfast at the Hilton Hotel buffet. After our breakfast, we went for a walk around town. And while we're walking around town, I'll tell you some fun facts about the Timalo family and the City Kickboxing Gym. So the owner and the head trainer for the City Kickboxing team, Eugene Behrman, he's my cousin on my dad's side. I also have another cousin who fights out of City Kickboxing Gym, Esele Alfaieti. He's also my cousin on my dad's side. And I have another cousin who fights out of City Kickboxing Gym, which is CARLOS ULBERG, and we are related on my mum's side. But wait, there's more. I also have 4 brother-in-laws who fight out of the City Kickboxing Gym. William, John, James, and Fa, the Vake brothers. I'm married to their sister. And that's our connection to the City Kickboxing team.
So what's...
Oh, just one. You guys doing your video? Oh, you guys did it.
We ended up at the bar, met up with my other cousin Esela, and also Dan Hooker, the UFC fighter, and Oscar Willis, who runs the podcast for the Mac Life. After a few drinks with the boys, we went back to my cousin's accommodation so they can chill out and get ready for the Warriors game. They got free tickets to the Warriors and Panthers game because my little brother John, he is the wrestling coach alongside Kaikawa France for the Warriors. Here we are back in our accommodation, having a few beers with my cousins, and then we're going to head off to the sports bar. Here we are on our way to the sports bar. We've arrived at the sports bar, watching the Warriors versus the Panthers game. Finished from the sports bar, back at our accommodation, and we thought we'll have a few more just before the fights tomorrow. The night's still young, so I thought I'll meet up with the brothers and my cousins at the local bar and had a few more. And to finish off the night, we ended up going to Dan Hooker's after party. Welcome to day 3 of our Sydney trip, and what a day yesterday. We started drinking at 10 in the morning and we finished around 1 in the morning. So here we are, looking really tired, but you know what? It's time for fight night. We are getting ready to head over to CARLOS Bank Arena to support the USO, CARLOS ULBERG, and the rest of the city kickboxing team. Let's go! We have arrived at CARLOS Bank Arena.
From the sold-out CARLOS Bank Arena in Sydney, Australia!
Let's go, USO! Let's go, Los! Yeah! Let's go, Los! Let's go, Lossie! Come on! Knock him out! Go, Lossie! Oh, man! Oh, I left one! He's stepping out!
At 4 minutes, 49 seconds of round number 3. Going winner by submission to
What a fight. So happy that the USO CARLOS came out with the win. Just waiting outside for him, and while we're waiting outside, the Kazi Greg got a photo with Nathan Cleary. Now that we're back in our accommodation, we're all ready with Carlos and going to his after party. After Carlos's after party, the cousins George and Russell came with the goods. This is our last day, day 4 of our Sydney trip. All getting ready, catching up for the last time, having breakfast at the accommodation. And a big shout out to Carlos for shouting us breakfast. We caught up with my little brother John and thought we'll have one more beer before we head off to Brisbane. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed that vlog, and we'll see you on the next episode of A Day in the Life of the Timaloa Family.